Hi everyone, welcome to Handicrafts A to Z channel, and in today's tutorial we're gonna go to some festive mode and I'm gonna make the Temari. This will be another task in the future, but for today I want to make this three leaf, the shamrock or whatever you call it. It's done in a style called the Nejiri Mitsubane. Nejiri means interlocked, and Mitsubane is the three-point leaf in Japanese. And as you can see, this is the floral element that is locked inside. There's another technique that's called Nejiri, when the elements are locked with other neighboring elements, and this one is locked all within itself. So I've already done two, and I've got another two to make to have this beautiful Christmas ball for my Christmas tree. And this will be the next task next week. I know usually you would probably do this first and then the leaf, but I think since I started doing this today, we can continue and we can wait for the next week, because I've got another ball ready here, and we'll be ready to start making it next week. So let's get started. Now this element is performed on 3 meridians, so I already have the markup, which is already the markup for the flowers, and I will be using it from the center to this marking point. That would be the start of the leaf, and we'll be going in clockwise to do this stuff. Okay, insert the needle. This is my first row, first leaf, first part of the leaf. Obviously it's not a shamrock, but it's three-leaved. I might call it a shamrock. So from the left, so we got front, right, left, and from the base of the left one we do the stitch to the top of the first one, first, second, third. So third to one, then we cross the stitch and we go to the base of the second leaf. When you start, you don't obviously see what's happening here, but at least from the base of the second, go to the top of the third. First stitches are always made very deep, because they will be holding the whole figure on themselves. And as we approach the first leaf, I've marked it up. We go with the non-side of the needle, we go under the thread. Just make sure you don't pick up the threads of the base of the mari itself, and you don't get interwoven into the thread of the stitch itself. And again we make the stitch at the base of the first. If you're confused, you can always mark them up with the different colors, so just like red, green, blue, and then you will know that it's easy for you to count which one is first, which one is second. And we're back to the second leaf. Yeah, so it's done first, third, second, just because it goes around and involves the center. And again we go under the thread. As you can see, my needle is freely running underneath to the bottom of the second. And we are back to the first petal. We finished the first row and we're just starting the second one. I prefer to make these leaves long, which gives me, I would probably say, 1.5 to 2 millimeters distance from between stitches at the top of the leaf. And back to the base of the second. And at the base I do very small distance because that's generally the whole space that we have to operate. So I have to fit 8 rows, 8 stitches in that 1 centimeter space. So I'll probably make it less than 1 millimeter stitch, 0.5 millimeter. So we do 2 at the top, 1/2 at the center. And again we insert the needle under 2 threads now. And make sure that the lines, the threads are not interlocking at the top. That's not what we want. We want a straight top without the bird nest. Let me get it closer, and I hope I don't swing out of another cat trespassing. You can see the needle is firm and solid. It doesn't slide. And again, insert the needle under 2 threads now. So with each row we add 1 more thread to pass under. You will see the next row will be 3, and so on until we get to the point of 8 rows. It's very difficult to work watching camera, and let's do it this way. That's why the right way to make the mari itself is so important, is that you have to have number of layers going over like this. So if you pick up the thread, it doesn't slide right under it. Just imagine this is a thread and it doesn't slide, so you have like many directions mixed up together. So once you make the stitch stays in there and it doesn't slide up and down. So again, 2 threads, base stitch, the 3rd row here, and now we pass the needle under 3 threads. Again, do not grab the threads of the base. And so we continue stitching like this until we reach 7 rows of the light green, and then we'll be move with the dark green to reveal this interlocking pattern. So it's just another 10 minutes of video. If you're bored, you can skip to the end, to the last couple of minutes. And I'll continue with this one. So far, and like this. I've got 4 rows now. And we got the mess here. Obviously I have to cut this place. I do like this glossy stuff. It's so difficult to work with it if it just slides just a little bit. You get something like this. So you have to cut and start the thread again. It looks so nice. It looks so festive. It's a little sparkle. I don't like this very bright sparkles, but this one makes a little unannoying. So I finished here, and get like this. Again, I pull the thread really tight, so when I just trim it, it goes very deep inside the ball. And I'll probably start a new one, because this one is already damaged. Okay, so I decided to skip the part with continuing with the element. Now we're back to the border. Some people make the border at the beginning of the row so that you have more obvious, more clear interweaving section with pattern. Just like imagine there's one line here, one here, so obviously you can see that it's interlocking, but I prefer to have it kind of just a hint of interlocking, and so I make it just at the end. I just do it from here because it does, at the last row it doesn't really matter, as they all are interlocking. Now as you see, the pattern is already showing. And try not to slide off the camera view, because it's not really comfortable to sit with the camera in front of you and you're looking kind of sideways from it. So sometimes I'm just sliding away so I can see what I'm doing actually. And like this, as you can see, I insert the needle under all the threads that we have done on all rows, and this is the last petal. So all I have to do now is to finish the last one over here, and make the hanging loop. Probably I will do it something like this, so you can see both the shamrocks and the flowers at the same time, as it will be spinning around the Christmas tree. Well, hopefully we all can make it. So this year is something that you really cannot predict. So that's it. All I have to do is just to hide the thread now, and this is as usual 3-4 stitches into the base sideways, making zigzag squares. It doesn't really matter as far as you don't make it straight line, because zigzags will keep the thread inside. Even if you pull hard, it will be stuck inside the wool, inside the sewing thread. And that's it. Again, pull the thread really tight and clip off. And the leftover tail is hidden deep inside. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.